First
Hello,
of all,
sir.
congratulations for your rank 50 this year,
Thank you
2019 IAS.
so much. Thank you so much, sir.
And I hope our association to some little extent has been fruitful.
Yes, sir. It has been quite fruitful. I came in touch with Raj Malhotra's IAS through a friend of mine, and it has immensely helped me during my interview preparation and for the current affairs, especially during the Corona times. Nobody knew what sort of things one should study, and your material was really very helpful.
Right. That's really very nice of you to say all this because
Sir.
we are trying to give as much possible as to our students during these days. And basically, what students would like to know here is three things very importantly. One is what is the book list? Though everyone knows that these are the same books and we have to read them, what better strategy you can guide them?
So for the book list, I would say, first of all, one should need to build a base, and for that, one has to necessarily read the NCRTs.
Yes.
So, like for the history, I read the 6 to 12 NCRTs, the new ones, and as well as the old one.
All right.
Then for the geography, I read 9 to 12 NCRTs, and people tend to kind of neglect the human geography aspect. But I think it has become really very important, and given the kind of problems we are facing in India, like there was a problem of migration during this lockdown, so it is a part of human geography, I would say.
Yes.
So these and I think it will be really helpful if one should goes through this NCRT, because it will help them during the prelims as well. I'm expecting a questions from this aspect. Then for the and in the NCRT, I read the microeconomics mainly, because the questions in the prelims mainly are from the NCRT book. And this year, you can refer to the paper and see that directly the questions are from the NCRT. Then for the environmental aspect, I would say there are many sources, I would say, for the environmental. Some people refer to some books, and so I refer to the Shankar IS book for that.
Okay.
And regarding apart from for the prelims, apart from this, one has to be really smart, because prelims, I would say, is the most difficult part of this exam. Once you are through prelims, you can be very much assured that with proper guidance and support, you can definitely clear the mains. So for the prelims, what I did this time, and also in my previous attempt, was that I created a list of few things. Basically, for example, say the national parks or the wildlife sanctuaries in the country. Because if you see that directly the questions, UPSC will never ask you the direct questions. But if you know that which national park is located in which area, if not entirely the state, but region, even if you know the region, then you can easily answer the question. And then for the art and culture part, I would say that one has to go through the 11th class NCERT, again, thoroughly go through the NCERT. And apart from that, you can refer to the Lucent book as well. There is a Lucent, it is a 40 page, it's a very thin book if you refer to the art and culture and the ancient history aspect, but it is very informative.
Yes.
And for the modern history, I only refer to the spectrum. And apart from that, yes, there are current affairs. Whichever coaching's material you are comfortable with, you can go through that. I refer to the Vision and the Insights IS.
All right. So how about optional selection? How to choose an optional?
Optional for me, it was quite easy, I would say, because I'm a mathematics student. I have done my BTech from chemical engineering in from IIT Bombay. And there also I worked as a teaching assistant in the mathematics department. So various topics were already covered by me during the college time only. And for me, it was quite easy. But when I came here, even after that, I took an advice from the seniors. And they said that some people said that you should go for geography or any such optional, which will give you more edge in the GS paper as well, because the syllabus is kind of common. But I would say students should not follow this strategy, because one should look at their comfort level, their interest, and the scoring pattern as well. Because if you look at the geography marks in the past few years, people have not, the average is somewhere around 250 and 260. If you look at the other optionals, maybe the anthropology or mathematics, average is like more 280 or 290 marks. So this 30-40 marks makes you whether you're in the list or out of the list. So that is very much important. So students should, I would say, first of all, go and buy the syllabus, the complete syllabus, that is a book, and refine, filter out a few optional which you think you can study. Go through a few topics or go through a few other toppers of from these subjects, their strategy, what books and all things they follow, what are their strategies, their notes. Just refer to them, and and only after that you decide which topics or which optional subject you are comfortable with, and then go ahead, because optional
Yeah,
choosing is also
that's
very
very
tricky
nice.
aspect in this paper.
हाँ जी. अच्छा, एक लास्ट चीज आप मेरे स्टूडेंट्स को ये बता दीजिए, so that the future students can very well understand that what all is this exam. So students usually do not understand the relevance and importance of answer writing and essay writing. So what are your tips for answer writing and essay writing?
Okay, I'll start with the answer writing. See, people generally, the students, they generally think that the GS syllabus has been divided into 4 papers, GS 1, 2, 3, 4. And so they start preparing for these subjects in a segregate manner. I would say all these papers are interlinked. It is entirely GS, general studies. Just like if you have some book, so for example, once you have science book in the school, so you will say science 1 and science 2. So, but the entire syllabus is science only. So here also it's general science. So the entire portion is kind of interrelated. The only thing is how exactly and how precisely and what exactly you have to write in the paper. For example, when it comes to the GS2 paper, the polity part, so in that you have to be more informative. You have to give more, like for example, the definition aspects or some linking paragraphs you have to write. And if the similar question is asked in the GS paper 3, which involves the paper, which involves the topic of economics, there you have to support your answers with more data. You have to make your support. And one more thing very much important with this data is, first of all, make a data table and kindly use it during your answer writing whenever you're writing any mock answers in any of the test series you are appearing for, because only then you will remember the data thoroughly once you appear in the final exams. And secondly, don't make your data a point. Data can only be a supporting argument for your answer. Suppose you mentioned a point, once you give a data, and that should be from some authentic source, maybe more precisely or more authentic, I would say, from some government source like economic survey or maybe some Niti Aayog report. And if you quote such data, so definitely you will fetch more marks.
Yes.
Okay, and apart from that, now there are several things like when I mentioned that students start preparing for this exam in this GS papers in a segregated manner. What they think is that maps are only for the geography. It is not the case. You can use map even in the internal security aspect. You can use map in the history as well. Like I did it this time. I used India's map immensely. I mean, like I used it in the internal security paper. I used it in the history paper. I used it in the environmental or the disaster management aspect also. I used it. So you can use that map because everywhere you have some data on the Indian, Indian landscape, which you can use anywhere in any of the answer writing.
Yes.
And fourthly, ethics paper. Please don't take it lightly.
Yes.
It is a change maker, I would say, because 30-40 marks in this paper. Generally, if you look at the last year toppers as well, this year marks are not out yet. But last year, I would say average was around 90, but there were few students who had scored more than 125, 130. So this 30-40 marks is a huge difference.
Yes.
So for the ethics paper, I would say just make your own definitions for all the key terms that are mentioned in the syllabus. Secondly, look for examples in the newspaper. This is one key of how to read the newspaper.
Yes.
Like for example, if there is there is a soldier. I mean, we celebrated the Kargil Divas, right? So
Yes.
Vijay Divas. So in that case, you can see that initially, the Pakistanis, they occupied some height, and Indian soldiers, they weren't able to cope up with situation in the initial phase. But soon, they showed resilience, and this is the kind of example which get an real life example. If you use such examples in the news in the exam paper, it will get you more marks. And now coming to the essay, I would say that English or the grammatical aspect of essay is important. There are two. I mean, one should consider two things while writing an essay. Firstly, what if your question paper is what is your what if your essays are checked by English teacher? Firstly, secondly, what if your essay is checked by someone from the GS background? Consider both the aspects while writing the essay, because general studies one, they will look for more dimensions in the essay, and that is what will fetch you more marks. But the English, if he is also English professor or someone, then he will also look for the flow and the continuity in the essay.
Yes.
So that should also be maintained. I would say definitely the grammatical, I don't think they will consider more of the grammatical mistakes as such while awarding the marks, but definitely they have some marks, maybe 3, 4, 5 marks at least.
Yes.
So consider these both the aspects while writing the essay and try to cover as many dimensions as possible. And apart from that, there are a few topics on which you can expect an essay on, like on a yearly basis. Every year you can expect an essay, like for example, education, health, women issues, water, or maybe federalism. These are the topics you should. Agriculture, maybe for example, my favorite topic was agriculture. I used to prepare it every year, and so these are the kind of topics which you should have some sort of material. You should have, some sort of material, handy material with you, maybe a page or two, so that if some essay arises on these topics, you should be able to at least complete that essay in the given time frame, and with covering the maximum possible dimensions. And yes, I mean, and for this year, I think people can focus on like the government missions, like Skill India, Digital India, because now we are focusing on Atmanirbhar Bharat, 5 trillion economy. And so I think focus should be on those lines.
Yes, that's very nice of you to tell all these things. Two things that student would love to know from you from the horse's mouth is what books they can refer for mathematics as an optional, because usually they don't get good guidance.
Okay, so I would say, see, firstly, one thing is students should know that in any competitive exam, you cannot cover the entire 100% syllabus. So don't run after completing the syllabus, because there is as such no syllabus.
Yes, that's
secondly, even for the optional, there are few topics, for example, abstract algebra. If you start running after completing that topic, and if you are not thorough with the if you don't have a thorough understanding and you keep running after it, no, I'll complete it, I'll attempt the question from this topic only, then I think you're wasting your time.
Yes,
you can either, so the strategy would be, what I followed was that I refer to a coaching institute notes, IMS, which is in Delhi, and that basically covers almost 90% or more than what is required to at least attempt 440 or 450 marks paper in the examination, in the final examination. And apart from that, what I did was that I chose paper 2, section 2. In that, I focused more on PDE, that is partial differential equations, and the fluid dynamics. I just gave it, and I tried to cover modern or the abstract algebra only till the account, so that I can at least attempt the 10 markers. Because my aim wasn't to attempt the optional questions in the modern algebra. Because I was very much sure that I don't want to run after it. I mean, investing 5 hours in understanding one topic, I can invest that much time in the GS.
Yes.
So because if you look at it, UPSC is awarding marks in the GS these days, because the cutoff has been going high. So you cannot neglect your GS just by taking maths or physics as an optional subject. You have to be thorough with both the topics.
Yes. So finally, last words for us, that how much we could help you and how much you are satisfied with that help.
Like I mentioned in the initial part of the video, I was very much satisfied with the guidance the Raj Malhotra's IAS has provided me during the interview preparation. And like my interview was scheduled on 20th March earlier. I actually mentioned it to you, sir, I think. And I think, and it was on 21st that I got to know that interview has been postponed.
Yes.
So this was something like a shocker, because I was entirely prepared, and even in the other mock interviews, I was scoring good marks. And then I realized that there is, like, the preparation got derailed. But even during that time, the material that was provided by the institute and your guidance as well, that immensely helped me to keep in touch, and to keep in touch with the details, and to keep in flow, to maintain the flow, that I didn't give up my preparation even during the lockdown. So thank you very much, sir.
All right, Ji, best of luck for a very bright future, and looking forward to you getting some good positions in some good state. Cadre allocation will be soon.
Cadre allocation, I think it will be during the foundation course only.
Yes,
Before that, they have the allocation.
Yeah. Chalo, you will be getting something of your choice for sure.
Thank you very much, sir.
Alright, take care. Bye bye.
Thank you, bye, sir.
Bye.